gather at this river. Let us gather one by one. Let us gather at this river. Let us gather one by one. Oh, let us gather at this river. Let us gather one by one.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the beloved community at River of Grass Unitarian Universalist congregation. We are delighted to have you here on this beautiful South Florida morning. For those of you who were up late last night at our masquerade ball, how nice that you're treating yourself to more of the river this morning. And kudos to you for getting up this early. My name is Leanna Bresnahan. My pronouns are she and her, and I have the distinct honor of serving as board president for the congregation right now. And I also fill in wherever there is a need. Some weeks I would say every week that keeps me very, very busy. Our worship leader this morning is the fabulous Karen Gonzalez, who also was the designer of our decor last night, and it was absolutely beautiful. Karen just also happens to be our director of faith development. Did I say that already? Don't remember. If you wish to follow along with the service, you can scan the QR code that should be up on the screen, or go to riverofgrassuu.org and click on the tab that says Order of Service on the homepage. We welcome everybody this morning, especially visitors who I don't see any right now, but maybe some will come in. We hope everyone will stay for coffee afterwards and for fellowship as well. We open our doors wide and our hearts wide to you as you are, as we come together on this journey of transformation for ourselves and our world. May our sacred time together this morning be one of caring, courage, transformation, and a call to action. This morning's service is entitled Paradise Found, inspired by the Unitarian Universalist theologian Rebecca Parker, and in honor of our Blue Boat home, and the charge we give ourselves to create heaven on earth for each other. Alessandra, would you please do us the honor?
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
beautiful. Gary, what a gift you are to all of us. At River of Grass, it is our mission to nurture our spirits, love intentionally, and create a just and healthy planet. Our congregation was intentionally named to lift up the place in which we reside, the life-giving Florida Everglades, ancestral lands of the Tequesta and Calusa people, whose memory we honor today. The Miccosukee tribe of Indians of Florida and the Seminole tribe of Florida are the present-day stewards of these ancestral lands. May we strive to live by their example of living in community with the land and its people. Before we move into today's service, let's take just a moment to greet those who have come to worship alongside us this morning. Say hello.
Hello, Lundells. I greet.
And as we find our seats again, and now,
let us gather.
and now let us pause and breathe together as we enter into this sacred space and connect with the holy by any name and the light of love within us all. Let's take some deep cleansing breaths together.
Let us make this earth a heaven, right here, right now. Who knows what existence's death will bring? Let us create a heaven here on earth where love and truth and justice reign. Let us welcome all at our pearly gates, our freedom table, amid singing and great rejoicing, with all our lovely colors, straight, gay, transgender, bisexual, and all the ways of loving each other's bodies. Young, old, fat, thin, variously abled, gentle, cranky, joyous, sorrowing. Let no one feel excluded. Let no one feel alone. May the rich let loose their wealth to reign upon the poor. May the poor share their riches with those too used to money. May we come to venerate the earth, our mother, and tend her with wisdom and compassion. May we make our earth an Eden, a paradise. May no one wish to leave her. May hate and warfare cease to clash in causes too old and too tired to name: religion, nationalism, the false god of gold, deep-rooted ethnic hatreds. May these all disperse and wane. May we see each other's true selves. May we all dwell together in peace and joy and understanding. Let us make a heaven here on earth before it is too late. Let us make this earth a heaven for each other's sake. And let us begin by singing and rejoicing together.
The flaming chalice is the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith and tradition, a beacon of religious liberty shining through generations, now ours to hold high. Let us join our voices together as we light our chalice. We gather here to worship, to seek the truth, to grow in love, to join in service, to celebrate life's beauty and find healing for its pain, to honor our kinship with each other and with the earth, to create a more compassionate world, beginning with ourselves, to wonder at the mystery that gave us birth, to find courage for the journey's end. We light our chalice to welcome heaven in our midst for the days between. Thank you, Ali. And in the light of love, let us renew our covenant as we say together, love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. El amor es el espíritu de esta congregación y el servicio su ley principal. Esta es nuestra gran promesa, vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad a través del amor y ayudarnos mutuamente. We sustain and strengthen this beloved community and its work in our world through the gifts of our time, our skills, our love, and our money. Each Sunday, 50% of our undesignated offerings go to LifeNet for Families, an organization that provides meals, clothing, and support for those in need here in Broward County. The remainder supports our mission and ministry here at River of Grass. You may put money into the plate, the bowls that we'll be passing, or you may click on the QR code, or you can text the number on the screen. Please join as we pass the plate in singing these words by the Reverend Rebecca Parker.
There is a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. There is a love holding us, holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
Thank you so much for these gifts.
Good friend, your soul is with me now, and I hallow your spirit with my love. Our peace will come, and goodwill shall be done, and we will learn that our earth is our heaven. This day and all days, I offer you my bread, my hand, and my heart. I ask your forgiveness for my injustices, as I always offer you mine in return. And if we yield not to unkindness, we shall deliver our souls from evil. For ours is the joy to find glory in the good that we do and the love that we share, forever and ever. Amen. And we sing together.
Let songs of hope and faith arise. Let peace, goodwill on earth be sung. Through every land, by every tongue. Amen.
Clara, come join us. Am I working? Yes. This morning's wisdom tale is a little different because today we're taking our wisdom from a trio of musicians who were pretty famous in the 1970s. You weren't even a thought. Probably. Have you ever heard of Peter, Paul, and Mary? Well, it's time you did. They were folk musicians. Folk music often contains stories or little life lessons passed on to others. It's going to be really hard for the folks in this room to not sing when they hear this song, because that's what folk music does. It gets in your head and people love to sing it. And we'll let them sing eventually. But before we hear Mr. Gary play the song, I want to look at the lyrics because here is where the wisdom can be found. It begins, inch by inch, row by row, I'm going to make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. What do you think that song's about? A garden is about gardening. It's definitely about a garden. But I wonder if the garden isn't a metaphor for the earth, our community. It continues like this. Pulling weeds and picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. I feel the need to grow my own because the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, I'll find my way in nature's chain. I tune my body and my brain to the music of the land. Did you hear something about connecting with nature and ourselves to care for each other? Did you hear that it takes work and patience to grow something beautiful and that we need to live in harmony with the land? Let's hear more. So plant your rows straight and long and temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth can keep you strong if you give her love and care. Now an old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree, in my garden, I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. So in this verse, I hear a call to action and a reminder that if we care for our earth, she'll care for us. Oh, and enjoy the beauty, but watch out for crows, maybe. The song wraps up with this refrain. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. And so here, I think, is an ask for help. Our seeds will grow best if they are blessed by others, warmed by others, and looked after in community. We're going to keep talking in a minute, but now let's hear the song and sing. Feel free to join in.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. Pulling weeds, picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. I feel a need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way through nature's chain. Fill my body and my brain to the music from the land. Plant your seeds, straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. An old crow watching hungrily from his perch on yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. Inch by inch, row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down.
Fun song. So I think this is a beautiful little metaphor for community care. We can think of River of Grass as a garden that also needs a little warmth, a little blessing, a little weeding, and a little hoeing now and again. Matter of fact, there are new weeds popping up all the time. Unfortunately, sometimes our gardeners move away. Sometimes they get sick or simply need help. Sometimes our gardeners have done the job for a really, really long time and they're like, can I do something else now? Maybe just take a rest, right? So, I did not give Britt something I meant to. That's okay. We have some baskets that are going to come around, and on each of these cards, there is a list of weeds. So, and well, maybe we shouldn't call them weeds, really. I mean, soil is really good for your brain, I understand. So getting out there in the garden is good soul work, let's say. So I'm hoping that some of you have a little bit of free time on your hands to give to our beautiful river of grass to help our garden grow. On these cards, besides most of the items on the list, it tells you about how long it takes to do these things, which I think is really helpful because sometimes you don't want to jump into doing something if you think it's going to be like this huge commitment that's going to last you forever. So if you have maybe an hour a month of free time on your hands that you could figure out, or 2 hours, think about that and take a look at some of the items on our cards. It would really be helpful. And when the basket comes your way, if you are already serving our community to capacity, please pass it to your neighbor. You know who you are.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. Pulling weeds, picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. I feel a need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way through nature's chain, to my body and my brain, to the music of the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down.
Thank you all for considering ways you can, or new and additional ways you can help the river. Rebecca Ann Parker is co-author of several critically acclaimed books, including Saving Paradise: How Christianity Traded Love of This World for Crucifixion and Empire, published by our own Beacon Press and co-authored by Rita Nakashima Brock. In it, they offer a fascinating new lens on the history of Christianity, from its first centuries to the present day, asking how its early vision of beauty evolved into a vision of torture, and what changes in society and theology marked that evolution. Today's message is mostly her words, taken from her sermon titled, Today's Present Paradise. An ordained United Methodist minister and dual fellowship with the Unitarian Universalist Association, she served as president of Star King Theological School for 25 years. In May of 2010, Parker and co-author John Burens, former president of the UUA, published A House for Hope, the promise of progressive religion for the 21st century, about which Publishers Weekly said, this accessible, engaging book may inspire religious progressives to claim their proud history and vital role in contemporary theological conversation. This is our heritage. The Unitarian Universalist Ministry for Earth is a seedbed for spiritual grounding and education that inspires deep practices of earth care, justice, and flourishing for all. They have a vision to create a world in which reverence, gratitude, and care for each other and for the living earth are central to the lives of all people. You can join them this Wednesday evening for their annual Earth Day worship, titled Sentience Surrounds Us. Join them to honor Earth Day and celebrate this international day of protest and praise as they use our love for Earth and all beings to ignite our passion for protecting and preserving our planetary home for the sake of all beings and future generations. This link was in this week's newsletter, or simply search UU Ministry for Earth to find them. Here lies our hope. Please rise in body or in spirit and sing number 398, To See the World. Paradise surrounds the limbs with its many delights. The eyes with its handiwork, the hearing with its sounds, the mouth and nostrils with its tastes and scents. Paradise raised me up as I perceived it. It enriched me as I meditated upon it. It renewed me with all its varied nature. I swam around in its magnificent waves. I became so inebriated that I forgot all my sins there. This quote from the 4th century Eastern Christian saint Ephraim of Syria was written at a time when Christians believed that Jesus had opened paradise for all to enter by his birth and teachings and healings and his resurrection. Jesus reopened paradise, whose gates had been closed when Adam and Eve sinned and were banished from the Garden of Eden. But with the reopening of paradise, humanity was restored to its original goodness, and through baptism, a ritual of immersion into the river of life that flowed from the Garden of Paradise to water all the world, converts to Christianity began a spiritual journey deeper and deeper into paradise. Central to the journey into paradise was practicing the spiritual disciplines and the ethics of paradise. Through nonviolence, sharing resources, and through providing mutual care and assistance, early Christians created communities that allowed life to flourish, even in the presence of persecution, plagues, war, and early death. For these ancient Christians, paradise was a realm that permeated this world. It could be tasted, seen, and felt here and now, and the purpose of life in religious community was to make paradise tangible. This is evident in the art and architecture of early Christianity. Just to enter an ancient Christian church was to walk into paradise. In the Basilica of Saint Apollinare and Classe, outside of Ravenna, Italy, for example, the whole front of the 6th century church is a mosaic of a vast emerald green meadow dotted with flowers and birds. Everywhere in early Christian sanctuaries, we see the 4 rivers of paradise flowing from the Garden of Eden. We see deer and dove drinking, images for souls whose thirst is quenched in this world by the presence of the Spirit of life. We see a young, vibrant Christ welcoming and inviting us into the Garden of Eden, and everywhere we're surrounded by rainbow skies, glittering stars of night, dawn, and spiraling green vines laden with ripe fruits. Just to enter sanctuary was to encounter abundant, vibrant life. Such a vision of church as paradise is largely lost to us now. It was eclipsed in the 11th century when Western Christianity abandoned paradise in this world and replaced it with the idea that paradise could only be entered after death, and violence could get you there. The decisive turning point came in 1095 when Pope Urban II called for the First Crusade. Up until Urban's time, Christians regarded violence as a sin. War could be waged in self-defense or to right an injustice, but war was always a last resort. And even if the cause was just, those who participated in war committed a sin and were required to do penance to heal their souls. But with the call of the First Crusade, all this changed. Pope Urban declared that war was not only just, it was a form of serving God, an act of love for one's blood kin. Through killing Jews and Muslims, crusaders would receive forgiveness for all their sins and would be assured of a place in paradise after death. Paradise was no longer attainable in this life. It was a place to be entered after death, and war could get you there. This sounds like a pope that our current president could embrace. Beginning with the First Crusade, the crucifixion of Jesus became the central image in Christian sanctuaries. Before then, Jesus had never been depicted dead. nor had his body been shown suffering in torment on the cross. For the first 1,000 years of Christian art, Christians worshiped in spaces that celebrated the beauty and goodness of life. But at the time of the 11th century Crusades, images of crucifixion began to proliferate everywhere. And theologians declared that God became human in Jesus for only one purpose: to die on the cross and pay God back for humanity's sins. This theology functioned as war propaganda. Soldiers were called upon to imitate Christ, offering themselves to be sacrificed. To kill or be killed for God became the fastest route to paradise. During this period, enemies of God were increasingly characterized on the basis of racial and cultural otherness. Humanity was divided into the saved and the damned. Apocalyptic imagery intensified until the idea was this world could only be saved through the destruction of this world. Paradise was no longer tasted and seen and felt as a spiritual realm here and now. It was not only postponed, it was secularized as a land to be conquered. When Christopher Columbus set sail, he was looking for paradise, for its fabled gold and jewels. Colonization, with its racism, its exploitation of peoples and lands, evolved from a loss of a spiritual awareness of paradise, here and now. Materialism filled the void. We live now within the dominant culture of the West, in the aftermath of the closing of paradise. We live now with a legacy of militarism, racism, and exploitation of the earth and Earth's people that is putting paradise at profound risk. And yet, with all of this, there is still some whiff of paradise that reaches us. Watching the lightning bugs wink in and out of the trees on a warm summer night, we feel the timeless mysteries of this earth, cooking supper for friends with fresh garlic and basil from the garden simmering in olive oil. The fragrance of paradise touches our senses. We lift a child into our arms and dance, and in our twirling, we feel we are in paradise. Rediscovering paradise and recommitting ourselves to the ethics of paradise is just what we need now. Western culture needs to stand again at the open doors of paradise and re-enter this world as holy ground. Our Unitarian Universalist heritage can help show the way. Jane Lead, a 17th century Universalist preacher, thought that people's senses could be ecclesiastically opened to tasting and touching and hearing and feeling paradise within and among and all around us. She offered a vision of paradise as something that church life could make tangible and where we could learn how to be in paradise here now. She called humanity's beautiful diversity a testimony to the fecundity of God's generative presence. Jesus came to her in a vision and said, "Heretofore," which is how Jesus spoke in the 17th century. "Heretofore, I was manifest to the world in the singularity, but henceforward expect me to appear in plurality." The world needs the universalist affirmation of diversity, for the Garden of Paradise is not monocultural. Later, Universalists and Unitarians carried forward Lead's themes. In 1805, the Universalist preacher Hosea Ballou said, "Heaven and hell are not to be found in the afterlife, but in the life we create here and now for one another." And my contemporary Deanna Vandiver adds, "We may not know or agree about what lies beyond this life, but it's our conviction that our actions and our inactions have consequences for the web of all existence. While fascinating and mysterious, we do not place our hopes for salvation in what happens after death. We find our salvation here on earth, showing up for each other with the mercy, respect, and compassion. Our presence matters. How we relate to each other creates the conditions of hell or heaven here on earth. May we remember and affirm that we are all in this together, friends. We are all in this together. Amen. Blessed be, and may it be so. And now our favorite hymn.
Low below me, I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now. Never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the light of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
We close our service today with these adapted words by Rebecca Parker. Choose to bless the world. The choice is more than an act of will, a moving forward into the world with the intention to do good. It is an act of recognition, a grateful acknowledgement that in the midst of a broken world, unspeakable beauty, grace, and mystery abide. None of us alone can save the world. Together, that is another possibility waiting.
Announcements. At River of Grass, we offer so many ways to live out our faith and put it into action. So you'll find them in our weekly email that Steve so lovingly puts out and many people contribute to. You can find them on our Facebook page and on our website, riverofgrassuu.org. So here are some of the opportunities this week to live out our faith. First of all, once again, thanks to everyone for all those who donated, all those who planned, all those who came, all those who purchased, and especially to Ellie Keene. I think she's back. Oh, there you are. Ellie, you were tireless for weeks, and we can't tell you how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. Okay. This is why I'm so emotional today.
We're sleepy and we're weepy.
Yes. Also exhaustion. Next week, after worship service, we will celebrate our dear Barbara, who passed away about a month ago, with a beautiful, simple celebration of life. For those of you who don't know, Rev Amy is coming back from her new home in Delaware to lead the service, as she promised she would do when she left. The only way that we can be in touch with her right now is if we need her for this type of thing. So it's very lovely that she will be able to be here. We miss Barbara so much. Okay, next week, we're also going to have a wonderful concert on Saturday night. Billy Jonas. He's wonderful. He's a singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist. He'll be here as the next highlight of our River of Grass Cafe concert series. So join us on April 25th right here. Please buy your tickets now. It helps reduce the anxiety. There is a way to buy them on our webpage. Or here's the QR code as well. And he will also give our worship service next Sunday morning. So we'll get to see him twice. He has a big following. Ellie was telling, there you go. Peter, speak up.
He does incredible shows for kids and for grown-ups like us. So
Big kids like us.
big kids. It's a lot of
Kid and
fun.
all of us.
Yes.
Should be wonderful. Okay, so news flash. It is not Paul Simon who's going to be here. Although that could be wonderful too. But this is going to be wonderful. Our own Gary Gonzalez is doing a tribute concert to Paul Simon and friends Saturday, May 2nd, 7 p.m., right here in this room. So come, enjoy camaraderie, enjoy the great music. We will have good food, wine and beer and other things to drink. Yes. Gary, anything you want to say about this?
I will have Beb change that slide so that we don't have a standing room only, very disappointed crowd. But it'll be Gary and friends. I'm recruiting my musician friends for this.
Fantastic.
Doing Paul Simon and Friends, and I think if for no other reason, you should come to hear how I weave the connections of the songs we do and connect them to Paul Simon.
Thank you so much, Gary. I know it's going to be wonderful. The protests are continuing, and in case you're confused, there are still detainees being held in Alligator Alcatraz. So there's an interfaith prayer vigil every Sunday at 4 p.m. from 4 to 5. Many of us have been several times. If you're ever interested in going, we only carpool if there's a group. And Andy Bunce is sitting right here. You can talk to him and let him know when you're available to go. The prayer vigil is often led by UU ministers from Naples and Fort Myers. And so it's been wonderful to get to know some of our fellow UUs from across the way and to get to know those ministers as well. Okay. The UU Ministry for Earth, as Karen mentioned, will be holding its annual Earth Day worship service this Wednesday, April 22nd at 8 p.m. You can log in to uumfe.org to attend their most anticipated and attended event of the year. The UUMFE joins with other partners to honor Earth Day and celebrate this International Day of protest and praise as we use our love for Earth to ignite our passion for protecting and preserving our planetary home. And last but not least, another reminder that the state of Florida purges vote-by-mail registrations after each election cycle. So if you wish to continue to vote by mail, you must go online and request a mail-in ballot. Note, this is not the same thing as being purged completely from the voter rolls. It just means that you are not signed up to get mail-in ballots anymore. But it wouldn't hurt to check and make sure you're still registered as well. You can go to browardvotes.gov or click on the QR code. Those were our announcements. Yay.
After I close the service out today, I'm going to ask Alessandra to go around with the basket. If you have any pencils or papers that need to go in the basket, please give them to her. Alessandra? This beautiful blue boat home is a blessing. May you be blessed by it. And may you bless each other and all living things as you make your way through until we meet again. Shine on.
I give thanks to the waves upholding me. Hail the great winds urging me on.